welcome back to my channel! Today's video is super exciting because it is a roundup of my 2016 beauty favorites from the drugstore and affordable brand. I've just literally on my phone opened up my video of last year's favorites from the drugstore just to refresh my brain of what I was loving last year and to see if there's any duplicate products because there's no point in mentioning them again. And I just realized I'm wearing the exact same top as I wore last year. How weird is that? And my eye makeup is almost identical. That's very strange. It's like my mind is thinking the same way this year as it was last year. I have no idea when this video is going to go up, but it's going to be either the last or the first favorites of the year, so either way. I will not be doing a December favorites for that reason. I'm doing a roundup of the year. This video is not going to be a quick one. I mean, it takes me like 15 minutes to do a regular favorites. Imagine like a roundup of the year. So what I recommend for you guys to do right now is go grab a snack, a cup of tea, whatever you want to do. Put your feet up, relax, and get ready to rumble. We're going to fly through products here. I'm going to just mention why I like them and move on to the next thing. So to kick it off, I'm going to start with primers. I tried loads of new primers, but these are the two that stood out to me that were actually good. The NYX Studio Perfecting Photo Loving Primer. I love this. Reminds me so much of the Smashbox, the kind of silicone type primer that looks like this. They're actually a dupe from one another in my opinion. They perform exactly the same. This primer was just a hidden gem for me. It was really good at keeping my oils back, making my foundation last longer, just making my skin look generally fresh and nice and filling in any pores. Really enjoyed this primer in 2016 and I highly recommend it to any of you who've never picked it up before. I want to try the Angel Veil from NYX because I hear great things about that also. Next primer I'm going to talk about was a huge love early in the year, like up till around April, and then I forgot about it in the middle of the year, and then I started using it again around October, and it is the Lasting Finish Primer from Rimmel. I've gone through one of these like early in the year. I used it all up. This primer claims to keep your foundation on for longer than 8 hours. I find that most primers will make claims like that and they don't really stand by them. This definitely does. I notice a huge difference when I put this primer on. I do notice that this actually keeps my foundation in place, stops it making looking oily. That is not perfect English, Aisling. It stops your foundation from looking oily and going oily throughout the day. I'm wearing it today underneath my foundation and I just think it gives kind of like an oomph to your foundation as well because it kind of has slight glowiness to this primer. I really like it. It's quite nice on my skin. I tried tons of foundations this year. Majority of them were huge fails for me, but there was 2 foundations that did stand out to me to be very good foundations from the drugstore, and the first one is the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous foundation. I only picked this up early December when I was over in New York, so I'm kind of cheating with it, but it was like a last minute contestant and I just had to mention it. I've heard about this a lot on YouTube before and I've never tried it obviously because Covergirl is primarily a US brand. We do have Max Factor in Ireland which is the equivalent to it, but I have never tried the equivalent to this foundation in Ireland, if that makes any sense. So I picked it up when I was in New York and was so pleasantly surprised. This is an incredibly long wearing foundation, very long wearing. I still love my Infallible, my Rimmel and my True Match from L'Oreal. I still love all of those foundations, but this one is definitely a new love of mine. I think it is a great foundation. It also has a very high SPF in it. Not great for photography, but very good if you're wearing it maybe out in the summer months or something like that. Haven't tested it in the summer months, but it did hold up quite well when I was in New York. I really enjoyed this foundation and it's lovely consistency and very long lasting. The next foundation was such a hidden kind of one for me as well. I picked it up when I did a full face of Wet n Wild and it's their Cover All foundation. I had no expectations of this being anything but crap because I just thought it was really affordable. It's not going to be that great. I'm picking it up to do a full face of makeup from Wet n Wild. I'm not going to like this product, but I'm going to try it anyway, and I ended up really liking it. It looked really fresh and beautiful on my skin. It's not full coverage, so I wouldn't say it's a cover all foundation, but it is definitely medium buildable. I really enjoyed this foundation and I've used it quite a lot. I will probably continue to use it into 2016 and it's a great foundation for for those of you who are looking to not spend too much on foundations but want to pick up something that is quite flawless on the skin and not going to break the bank. I highly recommend this. It's quite a nice foundation. Next is concealer. So I have like so many concealers that I absolutely love from the drugstore, but these are two new ones to me this year that I really enjoyed. First concealer is from Wet n Wild again, and this is called Come Correct Celebrity Concealer. This concealer is not one that I recommend for underneath the eye. It is incredibly thick. It reminds me a bit of the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation if it was a concealer. I don't know if the Lock-It concealer is like this, but it is so thick. Very thick, but not cakey, if that makes any sense. So I would not put this underneath the eye unless you use a really light amount of it, but I do recommend it for spot treatment. If you have beautiful flawless skin but you might get a couple of pimples here and there, this is great to just place over them and kind of blur out the edges, and it covers the spot completely. You can't even notice that it's there. I will apply it to the spots and then powder the rest of my face and it looks flawless. Why I like this concealer, but under the eyes you can put too much and it will crease and look kind of haggard and old, so you don't want that underneath your eyes. So a little bit of that if you are putting it underneath your eyes. The next concealer is one that I tried when I was over in London visiting Rita Ora. You swear I was like her best friend, but I got to meet Rita Ora in March of this year. I was brought over by Rimmel, which was just an incredible opportunity, and Rimmel gave us a goodie bag full of products and I got to try the Wake Me Up concealer. I've never tried it before. I've tried the foundation and I didn't really like the foundation. I just thought it was a bit of a fail for me, but the concealer is beautiful. It really does brighten up underneath the eyes. It doesn't crease, it doesn't break down, it doesn't cause that kind of, when it's starting to separate underneath your eyes and starts to look like crocodile skin underneath your eyes. It's just not looking good. It doesn't do that, which I really enjoy about the product. I think it is a great concealer for those of you who maybe are on a budget, want to try a new concealer. I highly recommend this one. Wet n Wild for me was definitely one of the most outstanding brands of this year. Wet n Wild got their first makeup counters in Ireland either the latter part of last year or the early part of this year. I can't quite remember, but a lot of their products were flying around the internet. I was picking up products like there was no tomorrow, and Wet n Wild were kind enough to send me some products as well to try out. So I was just delighted to get my hands on an awful lot of the products that Wet n Wild were supplying. They were definitely the most outstanding brand from the drugstore this year, but two of the products that I think are actually their best products that they've ever come out with, ever, that I've ever tried from Wet n Wild, and it is their contour palettes, and they look like this. So there's two shades. I don't know if there's more, but I have two shades. I have Dulce de Leche and I have Caramel Toffee. This is Caramel Toffee. So it comes with a highlight shade and a contour powder. Currently I'm using this one here because I am a little bit on the pale side now that we're in the winter time. This is my natural skin color. At the moment I don't self-tan or anything like that, so I try and stick with products that look as natural as possible on my skin without looking too intense, and this is looking fantastic as my contour. I used it today to contour my cheekbones. I really like it. These were like €4 or €5, totally inexpensive, great at setting the under eye area and great for contouring out the cheekbones. Wet n Wild, you knocked the ball out of the park when it came to these products this year. I was absolutely blown away with the quality, the creaminess, how blendable they were, and how flawless they looked on my skin. I was really impressed with them. Another amazing contour product that came out of the drugstore this year was from Rimmel, and it was their Kate Moss Contour Trio. So they look like this. You get in every single one, those 3 different colors, you get a contour shade, you get a blush shade, and then you get a highlight shade. This is my favorite one of the 3. This is a little bit dark for me at the moment. I could use it more in the summer, so I am using this one here more for the contour if I am contouring. This one here is called Golden Sands, and this one here is called Golden Bronze, and I use this blush from it all the time and this highlight from it all the time. This highlight reminds me of Becca's Opal, and this reminds me of Nars's Orgasm. Third one is called Karl Blush. Now I don't like this one as much because the contour is not matte. That's the only problem I have with it, but the blush and highlight are both beautiful in them. Definitely recommend picking them up if you haven't seen them yet, or if you haven't tried them. I know they were out earlier in the year and they were kind of all over social media, but things get forgotten about as the year goes on, but I do recommend picking them up and trying them out. So the final kind of bronzing contouring product that I was loving this year was the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. You didn't think I was going to forget about it, did you guys? Because I couldn't forget about this. This is beautiful on my skin. I just cannot deal with how flawless this is. Such a creamy product, so blendable. I wore this so much during the summer. It smells like coconuts. It's just divine. Oh my god. It is a beautiful bronzer. I get the color bronze and I use it to bronze slash contour my cheekbones. I love this. The packaging is to die for and the product inside is amazing. I get my Physicians formula off iHerb. I actually have a discount code for that if you wanted to use iHerb. I'll link it down below. Then I want to talk about cheeks. I literally use two and they're both high end, but if I did use an affordable blusher, it was usually these ones, and they're from Wet n Wild again. Yes, we're seeing a comeback here of Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild's blushers are to die for. The consistency is amazing in them. I just didn't buy that many blushers this year. I don't know why. I just wasn't kind of into them, but these are just insane and they're €2. Yeah, €2, guys. That's all they are. They are no more. They're very inexpensive. They come in a range of different colors. These are just 3 that I have here. I have tons of them. Apricot in the middle, which is this one here, has been my most worn blush from Wet n Wild this year. I absolutely adore it. Those blushers are insane. I recommend just to run out and go and get them right now. Just go. Go on, go. I'll wait here for you. For highlighting, I want to talk about this palette. Did I mention this last year? I cannot remember. I didn't see it listed in my description bar of my last video, so I can't remember, so apologies if I did. But it is the Solstice palette from Sleek. You guys are sick to death of me talking about this. I was even featured in Stellar magazine talking about this. It is one of my favorite products of the whole of 2016. I know I got it in December last year, so that's why I can't remember if I mentioned it last in my 2015 favorite. If you're ever asking me for a highlight product, I will always recommend this. It's always in my makeup bag. I bring it everywhere with me. I absolutely love it. I'm surprised I haven't hit pan in it. I use it that much. But colors in it are so pigmented and they're beautiful on every skin tone. I just love it. Another highlighter that I really enjoyed this year was from number 17, and this is what it looks like. This is such a beautiful highlight, and it looks like that on the back of my hand. It's just more on the pinky side, so if you're not into pink highlighters, you may not like this. There is also like a bronze one, but I just really liked this highlight. I don't know why. It's kind of the pinky shade in it. I don't know. It looked really nice on my skin tone and I just enjoyed it, and that's all there is to say about it. And the final highlight that stood out so much to me this year, it's the one I'm wearing today on my cheekbones, is again from Wet n Wild. Yeah, Wet n Wild. It is Boozy Brunch, and I know a lot of you have said you purchased it on my recommendation, so I'm so glad it's working out for you guys. It's more of a yellow highlight. That's what I love about it. It's like a yellow golden highlight. I don't know if you can see it there, but you can see it on my cheekbones, surely. It's so stunning. A lot of you guys have said though, it is very hard to get your hands on, so it has been sold out for a little while, but I'm sure it will be back into stock in the new year, and I'm sure it's probably back into stock as I'm speaking. But I know when I was talking about it during the summer, you guys are like, I can't get that for love nor money. I hope it's back in stock now, guys, because I really recommend it. It is an amazing highlighter. So that is kind of a roundup of all the face products, guys. I'm going to move on to eyes because that's quite of a short category. The first product I want to talk about from eyes is from the Makeup Revolution brand, and it is their Iconic 3. Looks like this on the inside. It is a dupe for the Naked 3 in my opinion, and I will link down my video of me comparing both on my eyes. It's so amazing. It's so blendable. The colors are so creamy and they're so pigmented. I was actually so shocked to pick, can I say so any more times? I was quite shocked when I picked this up. I was thinking I do a swatcheroonie there. Look at that. Like, look at the pigmentation of that. This palette costs €6 by the way, or €7, something like that. Something ridiculous. And look at the pigmentation that you're getting. The Naked 3 is good pigmentation. This is even better. How is this even better? I don't know. How can they make something so affordably like this and make it even better than the original? It is a beautiful palette. I absolutely adore it. I used it on my eyes today other than the glitter, but I used it to kind of carve out my eyeshadow. Love this palette. Really recommend it if you can pick up Makeup Revolution. I know they sell it in Ulta in the US. I don't know if there's an Ulta in Canada. Europe, it shouldn't be too hard to get hold of because you can get it in the UK and Ireland pretty easily, and I think they have a website also, so pick it up if you can get your hands on it. It's really good. One of the most outstanding, by far the best liquid liner that I have tried in 2016 and probably of life. Like, I mean, that's a really strong statement to make, but that's how strongly I feel about this product. It is the Essence Liquid Eyeliner. It's a little tiny little dinky thing like this, but oh my god, the magic that this product can do. It's just incredible. I love wing liner. I mean, don't we all love wing liner? Who doesn't love wing liner? It is incredibly difficult to do. I know from personal experience I've messed up more times than not trying to do my wing liner and it just looks like a hot mess. But this liquid ink liner from Essence has saved my life on a numerous amount of occasions. I'm eating hair. It's just like keeps going into my lips and my mouth. It's just not attractive. The Essence liquid eyeliner has been my go-to for probably only 2 months, but I know it's going to be one that I'm going to be using all next year, and I've almost ran out of it. That's how much I like this. It's incredibly precise. I don't know if you can see the little teeny tiny brush. Very easy to use for a beginner. Well, you give it a couple of shots, but for me, I'm not that great at eyeliner and I find this so easy to use. A lot of people have said to me, oh, your wing liner is looking fantastic these days, and I just bring it back to this product because I wasn't that good at liquid liner before until I tried this. Amazing. A very, very, very good product. So affordable. I think it was like €2, and it is incredibly pigmented. Like, it is one of the most blackest liquid liners I've ever used. It doesn't go grey, it doesn't fade, it lasts all day, and it is so easy to use as well, which is why I love it. The next thing for eyes is got to be the NYX glitter primer. I've used this since the day I got it, probably once or twice a week. I use it to apply pigments onto my eye. I no longer like rummage around for things that can stick onto my eyes to try and get pigments to stick down. This works a dream for glitter, pigments, anything that's for the eyes and it's loose and ridiculously hard to control. This will keep it in place, make it look pigmented. I don't know how I haven't got my hands on that like before, because it's been a lifesaver for me. Nextly, I have something from NYX as well, and these are their face and body glitters. These are not designed or recommended for the eyes, but I use them on the eyes and I haven't had any problems with them yet. I just have 2 colors here, teal and blue. They are so beautiful. I also have a silver, I have a gold, and I think I have a red or something. No, it's a copper. It's a copper. I absolutely love these. They're so incredibly fine and easy to use, and you can do so many different looks with them. Definitely around the Christmas, New Year's, they're going to be getting pulled out again. I absolutely love them and I've used them quite a lot, and NYX has blown up in Ireland as well. We've gotten huge NYX counters all over Ireland. Moving on to the brows. I've only 2 products for my brows this year, but the first one is the Make Me Brow from Essence. I don't know when this came out or when I got my hands on this, but it is just amazing. I love this. It's a brow mascara, really, really teeny tiny wand. So cute. Reminds me of the Gimme Brow from Benefit. That's the one. But it is just a fraction of the price. It does the same job. And I reach for it a lot more often than the Benefit one for that reason. And then the other product is my NYX. Now, what are you called? Micro Brow Pencil Crayon. This reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. Exactly the same as it. I have the Brow Wiz and I didn't really like it that much. And when I got this, I was like, wow, brow products. Changing up the game here with this. I used it to do my brows today and I love how they turn out every single time I use this. It is an amazing brow product. I love it to death. It is incredibly easy to use. It makes your brows look great, but this actually controls the way my brows look, and I quite like this product. Move on to the lips now. It's crazy how many lip products I've actually tried this year. It's crazy how many lip products I've actually not liked this year, and it's also crazy how many lip products I have in front of me of the products that I did like. So let's get into the products obviously that I did like, because this is a favorites video. First products I'm going to talk about are from NYX again, and these are their liquid suede. Is that what they're called? Liquid suede cream lipsticks? They're not liquid lipsticks, they're cream lipsticks. I have no idea when these products came out. I think it was probably the middle of the year. And at the time I only picked up 3 colors, but I've been loving these colors so much. I think these are amazing products. I need to pick up more. I don't know why I don't have more colors. The first one that I love the most is Desert Suede, and anytime I wear this, people always ask me what it is because it's such a beautiful, cool toned brown. Look at that there. It is a dupe, in my opinion, for Dolce K from Kylie Cosmetics. I think it was a dupe video, or was it a Pinterest testing video? I'm not sure which one, but I did compare both of them on my lips and they're identical. The other colors that I absolutely love, or the other colors that I own but I love both of them, are Cherry Skies. I need to do a look with this one actually, because this is just, look at this, wait till you see this. Like, what is that? That is just stunning. And then the other shade that I have is called Club Hopper. This is another one that I need to do a look with. I used this a couple of times and I just really enjoyed the shade. That's it there. It's like this really chocolatey brown shade, and I just think it would be gorgeous with like a gold eye. These are not liquid lipsticks, but they do dry matte which is really weird to me. They're just a weird kind of product, but they are beautiful and they're not drying at all. The next lip products are from Colourpop, and Colourpop is a brand that is now shipping internationally. Before I used to have to use GoSend to try and get them to me, but now you can get them international shipping, although it is still pricey. But I got 4 of their Lippie Stix and I love it, each and every one of them. They're all amazing. My favorite one though is it Tootsie? It's just this beautiful mauvey, browny, pinky purple. I don't know what sort of color it is. You can see it there in my hand. Beautiful, beautiful shade. Really nice. And the other one that I really like is Grunge. That's it there. It's kind of like a winey, browny shade. So bad at describing shades, but you can see what the color is there. There's so many of these Lippie Stix. They're like $5 or $6. They're so beautiful on the lips and they're really comfortable to wear. They're not long lasting. That's the only problem I will say about them. They're not overly long lasting, but I mean for $5 you get away with them for like 2 hours maybe. These next products are probably one of my most raved about products all year, and they are the They are the Milani liquid lipsticks. I only got to try these this year. They only came out last year, I think. And I picked up 6 of them. Each and every one of them I love. Like, oh my god, they're just amazing. But my favorite one is this one here, and it's called Adorable. It is just a beautiful mauve shade. These dry matte. They are not uncomfortable in any way, shape or form. That's the problem I have with an awful lot of liquid lipsticks. If they're uncomfortable on my lips, I ain't using them. If they make my skin on my lips look like it's peeling and dry and flaky, look, I will not buy them. I will not wear them. So that's what I've loved about these, and they're so affordable. They come in so many different colors. This is another one of my favorite colors. This is called Kovash, and it's just like a fabulous brown shade. Oh my god, I wore this in a look and a lot of people were obsessed with it. And the other shade that I really like is this one here, and it is called Obsession. Oh, they're so beautiful. The Obsession is the only one that I find sometimes I have an issue with going a little bit patchy, just a little bit, but other than that the rest of them are all perfect on my lips, and I still love the shade of it. Like, just look, it's just the final liquid lipsticks that I've been loving this year are from Colourpop. Wow, like a big long blonde hair at them. I got a lot of Colourpop and I love these. These are beautiful. Midi, Trap and Little Stitches are my favorite ones. They're like just the same color. These are also beautiful as well. Trap has definitely been my favorite shade that I got from Colourpop. That's it there. It's like a purpley, mauvey, browny shade. It's just really hard to explain. They're all kind of like the same shade. They're like that signature browny, nudie, mauvey lip that was out this year. I absolutely love that on my lips. These are not drying, but they can be drying. If you layer them up, you can end up getting them really dry on your lips. I find that these are pretty much opaque if you do 2 layers. The only lipstick that I really liked this year is from Rimmel, and it is called Rock and Roll Nude, and it comes in this kind of rose gold packaging. And that's it there on the end. It's just a beautiful kind of peachy, nudie shade. A lot of people said to me that this shade is very similar to Creme Cup from MAC. It's definitely not. Well, I don't think it is anyway. I'll put them to the test next year and we'll find out. But that was one of the only lipsticks I was really loving this year from the drugstore. The other one that I was really loving this year, and I can't remember if I used this last year or if I got it this year, is from the Fergie collection from Wet n Wild, and it is in the colour Fergie Daily. And I can't remember who recommended this or where I saw it, but I just picked it up, and it is this gorgeous nude shade here. It's like a nude brown. I don't know if you can see that there in the end of my hands, but it is a gorgeous shade. So they're the only 2 lipsticks that I was really that crazy about this year. I'm sure there's probably more, but I was more into the matte lips this year, and now I'm starting to get into lip glosses, which is really strange. We're going from like one extreme to the next. And for lip liners, I loved my BH Cosmetics lip liners. I'm wearing the shade Nude on my lips right now. Petal, what is that doing? That's it there. They're so pigmented for an affordable brand. I was shocked at how pigmented they were. This is peachy, but I use Nude all the time, and that's peachy there. I don't know if you can see that there. So that's those 2, and then the color Nude is on my lips right now, and I wear that the most. They're so creamy and pigmented, and they're so affordable. They're really inexpensive from BH Cosmetics, like happy days. And then the other lip liners that I've really liked this year are from Colourpop, and this is the color Creep. Is it Creep or Creature? Creature. This is just a beautiful shade. Let me find some space. That's it there. I don't know if you can see that. Beautiful shade, really deep and dark and just magnificent. I have to get more Colourpop lip liners, but the formula of them is really, really creamy. I've obviously been using like my Rimmel and all those other lip liners, my NYX and stuff, but they're not new discoveries this year. There's one product I'm after forgetting. I hate throwing this in the end because I feel like this is really silly, but it has to be mentioned and I just forgot all about it. But it is the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder. If I didn't mention this, I'd be crazy. This is a loose slash translucent powder. If ever I need to set anything but I don't want to add colour to it and I don't want to use my Laura Mercier translucent powder, I would go with this guy here. Pretty good, pretty inexpensive. There's so much product in this, it'll take you forever and a day to get through it. That is the only product that I think I missed. Did I miss anything else? No, I don't think I did. I laid everything out in front of me so I wouldn't miss things, and of course I still missed products. Oh my god guys, I cannot believe we've just finished our 2016 drugstore favorites. I thought that filming this video was ages away. Like I literally was like, I have so much time to film that video. I was like, oh my god, December's over. Like, why haven't you filmed that video? It's kind of crazy to me that this year has gone by so quickly. It has been one of the best years of my entire life. So much stuff happened this year. It's just been a really exciting year, so I'm hoping 2017 is even better. Thank you so much guys for watching this video, and thank you so much for all your support throughout 2016. I will have my high-end favorites coming soon. That'll probably be either very beginning of January or maybe the end of December. I haven't decided yet. Depends on when I get to film it, and depends on when I get to edit it, and depends on when it gets up. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, most of the products in this were new discoveries of 2016 or new products to me or new releases or whatever. Anything that I didn't mention in this but maybe mentioned last year or the year before, they're still favorites of mine. They just didn't make it into this video because I don't want to be repeating myself. Thank you for your support throughout this year, and I really hope that you stick with me throughout 2017. All your support means so much to me, and yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you all in my next video. I love you guys. Mwah! Bye!